And we are joined now by the captain of Team Onion, the sponsor of the bill that would make New York's official state vegetable, the allium cepa. I hope I'm saying that right. State Senator David Carlucci, thank you so much for your time. It's great to see you.
Well, thank you for having me. Well, we call it an onion, so we could just stick with that. You know, this issue came about because I have the good fortune of representing the Black Dirt region in New York State, which is really one of the most fertile areas when it comes to growing produce in this country. And we've got a rich history here right in this region, but also throughout New York State, of the onion playing a big part of our history and our culture. And we've got multi-generations of farmers working the Black Dirt region here in Orange County. And at one time, the onion was, well, this area was referred to as the onion capital of the United States. And this issue that we're talking about here, you know, it's a serious issue because we don't have a state vegetable, and this is, you know, more of a marketing thing. You know, you hear about Vidalia onions.
Wait, hold on. I just want to ask you very quickly. I understand it's a marketing thing, but does the state really need a state vegetable? I mean, the state has a state drink. I think it's milk. The state has a state bird, and you don't really hear about them in terms of marketing. I mean, what is it going to do for the state to have a vegetable?
Well, I think it's important that we, you know, we recognize the rich history that we have. I want people to realize that we have some of the greatest produce grown right here in New York State, right here in these farms. We're only about 30 miles north of New York City. And when people go into a restaurant, they should be asking, is this locally grown produce? I mean, onions are in everything, and they should be buying locally grown onions. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm glad that I'm on your show and people are picking it up. But the real issues are helping our farmers that are hanging on by their fingernails right now. And this issue came about because I visit with the hardest working people I know, the onion farmers in my district, been working those fields for generations, and they're hanging on by their fingernails. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm working on legislation that would give incentives for restaurants and supermarkets to sell locally grown produce, produce that's grown in New York State.
So, Senator, I think, and that's true, and I think that that everyone can appreciate that farmers are definitely working very hard, and that they're getting, they're having difficult times, of course, and the cost of food is escalating. But you know, the thing is, there are 62 senators, and with the exception of the folks who are in New York City, except I know on Long Island there are farms, I mean, everybody's got a favorite vegetable. And so Senator Nozzolio says he'd actually prefer to have it be sweet corn. And now we see from Senator Kennedy that he's out in Western New York, of course, and he's a colleague of yours, a Democrat, and he wants it to be sweet corn, and he's starting an online petition. I mean, you're creating a vegetable war, and I'm not trying to...
Oh, well... Right. Well, the intention is not to disagree. You know, sweet corn is grown here in Orange County and throughout the state as well, and I love it. It's great. You know, this is about making sure that people recognize the importance that farmers play in New York State, and that's what this is about. And I'm glad we're getting attention on it because we've got to recognize that this is about economic development and about public health, about promoting the farms in New York State, and we have access. We have one of the most populated states in the country. We should be buying and consuming produce from within our state. And I've been working hard with the onion farmers, and I thought this was a simple thing since we don't have a state vegetable. And like you said, we've got a state muffin, we've got a state beverage, we've even got a state insect. But we don't have a state vegetable, which is so key to our economy. You know, if there's no farms, there's no food. This is not just of economic importance, but it's also of public health.
All right, I just want to demonstrate to people a little bit the difference between onions and sweet corn where it comes to the kind of money that we're talking about in New York. I mean, some people may not know, and we've got a little bit of a graphic here. It's just some people may not realize we're talking about $54.2 million worth of value that onions bring in to New York versus 71.1 for corn. I mean, now people can see average consumption and calories per serving, et cetera, but I think that to highlight this kind of thing is a little bit surprising for people because, as it turns out, New York is quite agrarian and, in fact, ranks #1 in the country in production of cabbage. So maybe why onions and not cabbage?
Well, again, the onion is just of rich historical purpose to New York. Like I said, we were known as the onion capital of the United States. Actually, I have a picture right here of Eleanor Roosevelt visiting the Onion Festival right here in Orange County back in the 40s. And I have actually a National Geographic from 1941, and it's talking about the Onion Festival and the rich and the flavorful onions from this region. And I hope that maybe you know, some of the famous chefs out there will you know, recognize and promote this rich soil that we have here, the Black Dirt region, and buy products from here. And I think we have the opportunity to really promote it, like some other products are promoted throughout other states, and really get behind our onion farmers and all our farmers in New York State. And this shouldn't be a battle about, you know, which vegetable is better or which you know, produces more economic output for the state of New York, but it's about helping all of our farmers and making it a priority in the legislature and government to promote economic development. And a key part of that is making sure that agribusiness is vibrant in New York State.
You know,
and that's something I'm committed to.
Let me just ask you this, though. I mean, obviously, this has sort of caught the fancy of a number of reporters, including myself, and it's something, now you've got the Farm Bureau is running a Facebook contest where people can, a poll where people can weigh in and choose their favorite vegetable. And yet, this is coming at a time when the state, you did pass a budget on time, of course, but is facing some serious policy issues, like, for example, ethics reform, property tax cap. I mean, I know you have positions on all of those, and I'm not asking you to share them here now, but do you think that this will strike people as a little frivolous, even though I understand that the sentiment behind it is, in fact, a genuine one and a serious one?
Well, I mean, people would take it as frivolous if all we talk about is the debate about which vegetable is better, because that is frivolous. What is important is that we recognize that we have to do everything we can in this state to promote economic development. We have to create jobs in New York State. You know, the budget crisis that we're in, we didn't get to overnight. I think we got to it because we forgot about what made the Empire State the Empire State, and that's making sure that we are business friendly, that we make sure that every state in this nation and every country in the world knows that New York is open and ready for business, and agribusiness plays a key role in that. And we need to do everything we can to promote our farms, to promote agribusiness. It'll help to keep open space. It's a great way of making sure that the environment that we live in is protected, and we've got to do everything we can to promote farms. So I think it is an important issue. Maybe not necessarily which vegetable is the state vegetable. I'm glad we're getting the attention that the farmers deserve. So whichever vegetable, you know, becomes a state vegetable will be great. But the most important thing that we have to take away from this is, what are we doing to protect our farmers in New York State, and not just protect them, but to allow them to thrive. Like I said, you know, I meet with the onion farmers. They've got back-breaking labor that they do just to keep their farms afloat. And if we lose these farms in New York State, it'll be devastating to our economy, and it'll be devastating to the public health of our residents.
Senator,
I don't want to just keep buying vegetables from other countries and other states.
Senator, unfortunately, we are out of time. I want to thank you very much for coming in, and we'll keep viewers updated on which one of these vegetables wins the battle of the vegetables. And I appreciate your time. I do. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.